Hello again. So, Vivienne from Karmic Wellbeing here, and we are at Introduction to Mindfulness number 10, the finale. So, today, in Introduction to Mindfulness 10, we are going to look at everything that got us to this point. So, of course, I started doing these videos just when we went into lockdown, to something to pass the time and to give back a little bit something and to help others out there. So, first of all, in number one, I invited you to slow down and just stop rushing about on autopilot and just really just look at everything you're doing with like a childlike curiosity. Treat each experience as like a new experience. Feel all the sensations and just bring awareness to everything. So in number two, mindfulness number two, I went for a short meditative walk. I just wanted to bring awareness to each step I was taking, bring awareness to the functions in the body, and just show you that this was an option, that you too can have a mindfulness walk, and just, take it further. Notice everything around you, notice the weather, notice rain lashing off your face, wind, whatever the weather is, the sun beating down on you. Just be aware and just bring all this notice and awareness into your own body, and just be aware and see how it makes you feel. We're rushing about on autopilot so much, we miss what we're actually doing in the present moment. So, an introduction to mindfulness number three. Oh, yes, we did a short meditation. Just a short meditation because, some people wouldn't have done meditation before, some of you may have. So, I just wanted to keep it short and just go over the breathing and our breath work and just bring awareness to notice your breathing. Notice your own patterns of breathing, have deeper breaths, and just, bring awareness to your breath. It's so helpful when you're meditating to do that, and it really can relax you and just slow you down. In number four, which was about slowing down, we looked at stimulating neuroplasticity, so it's rewiring your brain, and how, the art of awareness and intention can do this for you, like bringing out the slow brain, not just rushing about. So you will notice a theme here, everything is connected. Also with the neuroplasticity one, we set up triggers, and not just triggers, but new triggers, new way to keep your brain refocusing and not just on an autopilot, not just putting things into autopilot. So that was interesting too. And in number six, we looked at the byproduct of gratitude. So gratitude is a great byproduct of mindfulness, just being thankful and how it can raise your moods, raise your spirits. Gives you the feel-good factor, and it encourages more of the same. It's like a law of attraction thing. If you're putting out good vibes and being thankful for it, what you have, and not always looking for something else, it's good for you, good for your health, good for you, good for your moods. So just feel the benefits of gratitude. So in number seven, we switched it up a little bit and looked at sitting with discomfort. So life's not all fairy tales and positivity. Everybody has a bad day, even me, everybody. We all have bad days, and it's how you deal with them. Do you run away and avoid your bad day? Or do you bring some mindfulness to it, and do you try to assess your situation and just face it differently? Not avoid your situation, not run to the hills, but just face your situation and face possibly a fear or a negative situation, and just face it differently, as in look at the sensations it's causing you, the bodily manifestations. Are you making yourself ill? And just how could you deal with that differently? And just, improve on yourself basically. Just don't always avoid things that are uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is part of life as well, and we're here to experience everything. So on that vibe, on that vein, I went into body scan for mindfulness number 8. So we just did a short meditation, a body scan, just went through our body parts, relaxed, concentrated on the breathing, and just seen what that brought up. See if that brought up anything that, tension's getting held anywhere, or negative feelings or positive feelings or none at all. So yeah, everyone's going to have their own system and their own feelings, and some days are different from others. So, try it on a different day and see how you feel that day. It's good for you, good for the soul. So then on Introduction to Mindfulness, I forgot where I was going there. Introduction to Mindfulness number 9, we looked at self-talk and just like being aware of the narrative. So in self-talk, we looked at being kind, the way you talk to yourself, and stop beating yourself up. Don't be judgmental. Don't judge yourself harshly, or don't judge anyone else or yourself. It's not a good thing. Positive self-talk, we looked at changing it around to positive self-talk. So instead of being negative on yourself and beating up on yourself, switch it up and be positive, and you see the difference that this makes to your own well-being and your health. And just avoid negative storytelling. Avoid getting caught up in a narrative that brings you down or brings people around you down. Just be kind. And yeah, because it all starts with you. So all that practices that got us here today, we're just going to reinforce them. So try to live in the now, the present, not the past, not the future. So it's healthy to have goals and aspirations, but it's not healthy to be constantly trawling over the past, constantly trawling over stories, like we said in number 9, telling yourself negative stories and reinforcing them. It's not helpful. So just don't be so wound up about it. Catch yourself doing it. Be aware, acknowledge, move on. Life's too short. So not only do we want to not be stuck on trawling over the past and looking back. Why look back? Look forward by all means, but look at the now. Experience what you're actually doing. Your life will be much better quality for it. So it's good, healthy, like I say, to have goals and aspirations and look forward. However, it's not healthy to be constantly thinking, oh, I need this, I'll be happy when I get that, I'll be happy when I get that job, I'll be happy when I have that dress, that bag, that whatever it may be. It's not healthy. You want to be happy with and content with what you have. And that in turn will bring, you can by all means decide, oh, I want this in the future, blah, blah, but don't let your whole life be hung up in it, So there's no point being hung up on what you don't have and when you'll be happy. Be happy now, in the present. So this takes me to another point where we want you to have patience. Now this can be a hard one. Don't beat yourself again up about this. This takes some practice. Believe it or not, patience takes practice. So some of our behaviours, our behaviour patterns are built up over the years and they're entrenched by repetition. And, some of our behaviour patterns are well entrenched. We've been doing them for years and years and years. So it takes patience to get the new way in the vibe and just be living in the awareness. You'll catch yourself swanning off, your mind wandering off loads of times. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just recheck yourself and then just come back to the moment. It's going to happen. Even I have days like that where I have to check myself quite a lot. You have good days, you have bad days. Just go with it. Go with the flow. So a great way to encourage patience, to cultivate it a bit, I would say, would be meditation. So a meditation, every practice of meditation, again, can be different. You'll have good ones, bad ones. I personally, you might have noticed in some of the videos, I'm a bit of a fidget. So when I first started meditating, I found it quite hard. I had billions of thoughts coming in my head and my mind was everywhere. It was shopping list, things I was doing next week, what's having my tea in 3 days. It's just anything. It's the actual art of managing to, just sit and just be. And it really does, in the long run, encourage patience into your life afterwards. You'll reap the benefits of meditation afterwards too. So really encourage it. That's why I've done a couple of meditations already, and the really short ones that we've done so far. So again, if your thoughts and processes are changing, again, just acknowledge it and let them go. And try and actually enjoy it. First, you might not enjoy it. You might think, oh, I'm struggling to sit still and blah, blah, blah. But in the long run, you'll start, when you see the benefits that it's given you in your own life and, just make you take that step back before you just go blazing into situations, you'll you'll probably want to do it more, and just make the time for it. It's something that you should make time for. Don't get me wrong, some days you can. It's just, well, lockdown, there's a lot more chance to do it. But in real life, when everything was busy, some days you just can't. But just try and make even a short one. That little bit of time makes a little bit of difference. So again, you will have good days and bad days with that. So now what I want to do, since this is the finale, I want to invite you to have a mindfulness day. So on waking, focus your mind. Maybe notice your breathing first of all when you're waking up in your bed. Just notice your breathing and just become aware, and just bring awareness to every situation in your day. Be curious throughout your day. Meditate, make that time, set time for that, whether it's a short one, long one. You start short if you have to, and then, let them grow. Eat mindfully. So when you're eating, just be aware of sensations, tastes, treat everything like it's a new thing that you're eating. Just notice, not just guzzle your food. Also for your daily tasks like housework or going shopping, try and do it mindfully. Bring awareness to it and just notice how this, if you're just autopilot, blah, 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 things just pass you by, your life just passes you by. But when you're actually in the moment doing things, you start to enjoy it. So also communicate mindfully. Now, that's one of the ones that I struggled with for a while. So I found myself communicating a lot more mindfully through mindfulness practice. Let other people speak. Such a chatterbox. Let other people speak. Listen. It's not all about you. It's about them too. They're part of your experience too. And you can learn from every single person that you meet. So yes, self-talk and narrative. You want that to be positive. Be mindful to yourself. Don't be beating yourself up. Don't be giving yourself nonsense. Treat yourself with respect. Be mindful to yourself. Be kind to yourself. So just bring awareness into everything. So use your time wisely. This was the other one I wanted to say today. Use your time wisely by, say, doing your mundane tasks. Well, like we've already said, doing your mundane tasks, your shopping, your housework. Be mindful. Stuck in traffic, got a bit of time, have a short mindful breathing exercises to yourself, a slight meditation. Don't zone out completely though if you're driving. And then just listen to everything around you. Be aware. Birds singing, other traffic, people chit-chatting in the background. Just become aware. Really, really listen. Not just listen. Just bring awareness and notice everything around you. Just, it makes a difference. So at the end of your mindfulness day, I want you to unpack. So what were you grateful for in this day? Go over what you were grateful for. Reinforce the feeling, the attitude of gratefulness. What was your best bits? What was not so great? What was your worst bits? And how would you possibly maybe change the worst bits next time? Or would you do something differently? Just don't beat yourself up about it, like I say, but just there's no harm in going over it. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for joining me on this journey. Well, thank yourself first for joining me on this journey. And at the end of your mindfulness day, thank yourself and thank everyone else you've encountered. So yeah, thank you again for joining me on this journey. I am going to do one more mindfulness video, even though this is the finale. The last one is just going to be a loving kindness meditation. It'll possibly be a bit longer than the meditations we've already encountered in this. And the reason I'm doing that separately is because I have babbled on longer than I meant to in this video. But not just that, I realise that some people don't want to always do the meditation. So if we make a specific video for the loving kindness meditation for the end of this introduction to mindfulness series, it just allows you to join in with me and be prepared and aware that we are doing a mindfulness meditation, loving kindness, and it will take slightly longer than the 5-minute ones that we have already been doing. So thank you again for joining me. Please subscribe. I am going to carry on doing other videos. It doesn't have to be about mindfulness. I'm going to do lots of other subjects and practices as my small business massage therapist, hypnotherapist. I'm going to be talking about them subjects as well. So yes, all that remains, namaste. Have a great day.